Hi everyone. So let's discuss more examples on SID. So in this example, we have the phone numbers in phone.txt file, and phone numbers are in this format without having any brackets. Okay. For example, 555-555-1212 will be one number followed by these numbers. Okay, it will be plain set of numbers in phone.txt. So in this said, we are reading the contents of phone.txt, and what we do is we do a substitution globally. Okay, and how? So this is the source expression and this is a target expression. So we have a substitute slash sign. This is the source pattern that we need to compare, slash sign, target pattern that we need to replace with slash sign, and G. G means global, S means substitution. So we are doing a global substitution with this source pattern. We replace it with this pattern. Okay, and what is that? So source pattern I will explain to you all now. It is anything that is starting with a digit and a digit. That means 3 consecutive digits. So any line which starts with 3 consecutive digits matches this particular regular expression. So we are supposed to replace that with open bracket, ampersand, meaning these 3 digits which are matched with it, which are this, followed by a close bracket. Okay, so we are replacing the first 3 digits from a line in phone.txt file with open bracket, first 3 digits and a close bracket. So open bracket, first 3 digits and a close bracket. Remaining part of the line is kept as it is. So this line without any alteration were just set of numbers. So after applying this set, it took a line starting with 3 digits and replaced those 3 digits with open bracket, 3 digits and a close bracket, open bracket, 3 digits and a close bracket. And since we are expecting it to be a global substitution, it does it for all the lines of phone.txt. So before moving on to more examples, now this digit, when I say, it's part of this character classes. So we can use these character classes which are inbuilt in SID. So ALNum, this thing means alphanumeric. So it will match any stuff which is alphanumeric, that is small a to z or capital A to z or 0 to 9. So this belongs to alpha, this belongs to numeric. So ALNum is alphanumeric. This means alphabetics, which can be either small a to z or capital A to z. Blank are for spaces and tabs. This is for control characters. Digit is only numbers from 0 to 9. Graph is any visible characters, which excludes the white spaces. Lower is for lowercase letters, in which only small a to z comes into picture. Print is all the printable characters, which includes a non-control characters. Punct is for punctuation characters. All punctuation symbols comes under this character class. Space is for white space. Upper is uppercase characters, which takes from A to Z. Hex digit is for hexadecimal digits, which takes 0 to 9, small a to f and capital A to f. So these are the different character classes which you all can use depending upon your use cases. Okay. Now let's move on to the next example of SID. What do we do here? In this, we again take the input from phone.txt, and in the first part of the transformation, what we do is we take a line which starts with digit 3 times. This 3 indicates 3 occurrences of this particular character class. So we are taking a line which is starting with 3 digits and replacing the first 3 digits with open bracket, 3 digits and close bracket, open bracket, first 3 digits and a close bracket. Then we also nest another expression to that, wherein what we do is, after a close bracket, which is the output of this particular transformation. So for this second transformation, its input is the output of first transformation. We take the close bracket, then we take the next 3 digits and replace the next 3 digits with next 3 digits followed by a hyphen sign, next 3 digits followed by a hyphen sign. Okay, here if you just notice, digits were in consecutive fashion, right? So in the nested expression here, we took the next 3 digits after bracket. So we took the next 3 digits after the bracket and replaced the next 3 digits with next 3 digits followed by hyphen sign. So next 3 digits followed by hyphen sign. Clear? So here input is again phone.text, which we had accepted here. Okay, but now we are doing two transformations here. Again here I am repeating it. When we give phone.text as an input to this set, the output transformation is displayed on the screen and not made changes in phone.text. So when we try this example, phone.text is again the earlier phone.text, and whatever these two transformations that we have done of inserting bracket to first 3 digits and inserted in hyphen sign after next 3 digits are displayed on the screen to you. Okay. So now let's see a more enhanced expression wherein we do a cat of phone.text. Okay, we do a cat of phone.text, and now let's see what exactly we do for this case. So in this example, we are again catting phone.text, and let's see what we do. So here open bracket, which we escape here, close bracket, which we escape here, are meant for grouping different regular expressions. Okay, so over here your first group starts from here and ends here. So what is the content of this group? Dot asterisk means any characters, 0 or more repetitions, followed by a close bracket. So consider this as an input to it. In that case, it will read any characters which is ending with close bracket. So any characters which is ending with close bracket, and this entire thing will be considered as your first group. The second group starts from here and ends here. In the second group, it considers all characters which is ending with hyphen sign. So all characters which is ending with hyphen sign. But remember, your second group starts after the character from the first group. So your first group ends at close bracket. So your first group ends at close bracket. So your second group will start from here and it will go till this hyphen sign. And your last group says accept any characters till the end of the string. Dollar is depicting end of the string. Okay. So your first group starts from open bracket till close bracket, second group from 5 till hyphen, and third group from 1 till 2. Clear? And then it is replacing this particular input with area code colon, then 1, meaning the content which matches your first group. So content matching first group is this, which is printed here. Then printing second here on the screen. The second group matches 5 till hyphen, so that is printed here, and third group is everything remaining till end of the string. So this 1 to 1 2 is printed here, 1 to 1 2 1 to 1 3 and so on, all this. Okay, so this is just an example of this particular seed operations. So now we'll discuss scripting using sed. So over here, in the first example, I have a 1 followed by I. So what it will do is, it will go to the first line of the input file, okay, and it will, I stands for insert, and it will insert price of all item changes from 1st April 2015 over there. Okay. So 1I is first line, it will go and it will insert this particular text. Okay. This example meaning it will search for India word, and to that it will append, A stands for append, to that it will append this email ID. This example means it will search for a India keyword, and to that it will change the email ID to this new value. I have one more example here. There is a file called demo file 2 which has these contents. When I apply seed on this demo2 file, what exactly do we do with this? This means 1 followed by 2 zeros followed by 1. Whichever line matches with this regular expression, just print it on the screen. I repeat, 1 followed by 2 zeros. To that you concatenate 1. So 1 0 0 1. So whichever lines from this file which contains 1001, it will be printed. So of this, only this particular line contained 1001, so it was printed. In this example, again we are reading all the lines from demo file 2, and then we keep on reading all the lines from this file, and 1 followed by 2 or 4 zeros, 1 followed by 2 or 4 zeros followed by 1, whichever line which matches this regular expression, just printed. So 2, 3 and 4 zeros. So these 3 lines are matching this particular regular expression. So all the lines which contains 1 followed by 2 to 4 zeros followed by 1 are printed on the screen. Clear? Now let's learn the new utility in Linux called unique, which is used to just keep the unique entries from the file. Okay, so I have a file here called person name which has these contents. So when I use a unique followed by that file name, it just goes in a particular order in which the file contents are, and only if the consecutive lines are unique or consecutive lines are repeating, it just keeps one entry of those repetitions. So in this example, this line is repeated 2 times and those are consecutive, so it is keeping only one instance of it. Now this line is printed next, this line is printed next, these two are different and these two are different, so it retains them. This line is different from this, so it prints this line as well. So this is a capability of unique. It just identifies consecutive unique lines and keeps only one distinct line among those repeated lines. Okay, but one disadvantage of this unique is, if you can just see in this example, this line is repeating here. It's not consecutive, but it is still there in that same file, but it is not being removed. It is repeating here as well. So for that purpose, you have to use a utility called sort and give the file name. This sort will sort this file in a particular order, lexicographic order. After I do a sort on this file, it will keep these 2 lines together, it will keep these 2 lines together followed by OK. By that, after we do a sort, we pipe that output of this sorted file to unique utility. Now if you just see, this is the output of this expression, wherein it will retain this line only once, this line also only once, and this line which was earlier once, so it is mentioned here. Okay, so this line was appearing 2 times, so we just retain it once. This line was also appearing 2 times, we retain it once, and this line occurred only once, so it is displayed as it is once over here. Clear? So please remember, you have to use a sort on a file followed by unique in order to maintain uniqueness in the file. So this is as per your requirements. If you want the lines from the file to be displayed in a unique fashion, please sort it and then you pipe it to unique. Clear? Now we'll learn a new utility for searching a particular content in a file, and to do that you have to use a grep. So this is a demo file and these are the lines in the demo file. Now grep is used for searching a particular word in that file. So I'm doing grep and I'm giving this string called 2. So all the lines from this file, demo file, whichever contain 2 are going to be displayed. So cartoons are good. So this line which was there here are displayed because it contains 2 as a substring. This line is displayed because it also contains 2 as a substring. This line is displayed because it also contains 2 as a substring. So this grep will go through each line of this file, and whichever lines which contain this substring 2 will be displayed on the console. Clear? So let's learn more concepts on shell scripting in upcoming lectures. Thank you.